Today on the Holo Chronicles podcast, we are going to talk about the best Haslab project so far, and it isn't Star Wars. Josh, hit it!
A bit that, but do.
Hey, we're on for the third week in a row, starting on time, no tech problems.
3 minutes.
Who are we? Who are we?
I don't know.
Well, you say 3 minutes. It's not like we were talking to each other for 26 minutes, thinking that we were live.
Oh, yeah.
But we really weren't.
Have we done that?
No.
Who did?
We didn't.
I love it. We have done it where we were talking, we were live, but we were muted.
Yeah, we've done that.
We've done that. And then the chat's like, we can't hear you. Let's actually check the chat real quick. That's a really good thing to do.
Yeah. Welcome, chat, to the live portion of the Holo Chronicles podcast. We got a bunch of people here already.
Chat's bumping tonight.
Love it. And we're just rocking and rolling right through here. They're all saying hi to each other. So
yeah.
That's good.
Actually, let's give them a minute.
Yeah. Just talk amongst yourselves.
They haven't noticed we've walked into the room yet.
Yes. Hey, we're here.
Actually. Hey guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Over here.
Over here.
Okay.
This place is dead anyway.
Tova's been saying this lately. She's like, "Hey, I'm walking here."
Oh my goodness.
Which
that's got to crack you up.
It does, and I don't know where she heard it.
Yeah, where do you hear that? Oh, I guarantee it's an animation because that's, let's grab old movies and
maybe.
Maybe.
It cracks me up though.
Yeah.
I should have her do it for you before we leave. Anyway, today on the Holo Chronicles podcast, Josh and I, we're going to talk about the perfect Haslab project so far, the best one so far, and what Star Wars can do to take notes. We're going to talk about.
I'm sorry, I read Chad G-Force's comment. We should address that as soon as possible.
Put a pin in it.
Okay, I'll put a little star.
We're going to talk about the 10th anniversary of the Black Series, looking back and looking forward. We got some new gets to go through, or I do. Did you have any new gets?
No.
Okay. There's just a few of my new gets then, and then we'll wrap it up.
Oh, I do, but we'll spin that later.
We'll wrap it up with a little Rex controversy. I know. I got a little heated online this week.
Oof.
Just kidding.
Oof.
Not too bad. About as heated as it gets for us. So, Josh, let's talk about the Black Series first.
Okay.
You're a big you at one point were a big Black Series guy, but you've tapered off a little bit, haven't you?
Quite a bit. But I also went through a crisis, where twice, and Shabby's in the room, so he's going to call me out, where, they're in bins, and I was like, I'm selling them. And then it's like right at the door, you just can't leave the house with them. So they're
can't quit them.
They're all binned up. And I've made designs on how I'm going to get rid of them hundreds of times, just like
hundreds.
Yeah. Just I've searched, let's go quite a few times.
Okay.
And I just can't quit them. So, but I want to, but I don't. It's a bad deal. So right now they're in cold storage. Most of them, a select few still exist over here. I've got my faves over there, but definitely not in any
particular order.
Chewy decimal system for sure.
So 10 years now, 2013.
Yeah, happy birthday.
The Black Series came out. They're two hands now. Black Series came out with the orange line. I believe there were 13 figures in that first wave, followed by the blue line, and then they went right into the red and black boxes. Let me give you some stats.
Ooh.
Let me give you some stats on the old Black Series.
Stats.
I love stats too.
Oh my gosh.
Of course I do. Okay. How many, Josh, in chat, you can feel free to jump in here. How many orange line, blue line, and red and black box Black Series figures were there? Not con exclusives or anything that, things that were in stores. How many were there?
Well, you said 13 on the So let's just say 13. And how many blue do you think there were? There was about
I think
the same.
there was 20.
20. So that's
21 maybe.
We'll say 35. And then I think there was 119 or something like that. So I'm just going to go with around like 155 or 155.
Actually,
might be 154 if the math's on with those two calculations. Shabby should know. Shabby put out about 160, so I'm pretty close.
Okay, there were 119
original or black and reds.
Black and reds.
Yep. Carry the one. Thank you, Scuba. Yeah.
19.
And then 15.
13.
I think I'm pretty close with 154 here, buddy. 20, if your math is correct.
153. Okay, so we'll say 153 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say there are more of those than there are the panel series? You know, with the mural.
Shabby says 112. Why did I get 119? Anyway, go ahead. Oh yeah, 100. A lot more.
Yeah, there's 112. Sorry, I have it written down. 112 black ones.
Okay,
black and red boxes.
So then we're gonna take off like 7 of mine. So now we're in the 140s. So
148. Yeah, ish.
Okay, so I would say there's more in the black and reds.
Okay, there's not.
Interesting.
There's not. There are more. There's 129 panel.
Wow. So I'm way behind. Yeah. So that's when I I stopped about a year into the panels.
Yeah. Con exclusives, 110. And talking like San Diego Comic-Con.
So we're talking like almost 400 of these things.
Oh, I'm not done there, buddy.
Jeez Louise.
How many carbonized figures are there?
20.
7.
Okay, good.
7.
Okay, good. Because I was adding on top of what I thought, because I think I have most of them. First editions. Do you have that stat?
Those are included with the red and black.
As the number? Because I mean they're in a white and red box, right?
Yeah, but they're also in a.
Can't be many of those. I'd say there's less than 10 of those. Maybe 10.
I think there were about 10.
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge exclusives.
No idea.
12.
Okay.
Gaming Greats.
I'd say sub 10.
7.
Yep.
Archive series figures.
Archive series figures. Oh, those are on the card though.
Yeah.
Oh, well then that's going to be more in the 40 range. 50?
28.
Okay.
Holiday figures.
Oh my goodness. 18.
13.
Yeah.
Deluxe sets.
Just guessing, no idea, but a deluxe set I'd go with 35.
21.
Okay. I'm just high here.
40th anniversary figures. So they're like the Princess Leia on the big card back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that? It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
They look like the original, but it's the 12
It's
inch.
a big one. Yeah. Teens.
48.
No idea.
And 50th.
I don't have any of those.
And 50th anniversary.
Yeah, no idea.
32.
Okay.
So there's somewhere around 520 thereabouts.
I see. So that the deal is they all fall under the Black Series label, right? Given their figure size. I see.
There's 6-inch scale.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's actually surprising. That's a good stat. I mean, that's a good group of data there, because I didn't know that. That's a lot.
Yeah, 10 years. We'll say 520.
50 a year.
That's 50 a year.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's some change.
So hold on. That does beg the question, as we complain from time to time about, we have complained. Sure. We as a collective, not just you and I. But,
right.
there's been grumblings of toys and of course. But if you really look at it from that perspective, if you're going 50 a year, you're going an average of 5 or 6 a month. I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah,
that's a lot of figures.
But not all of them are available.
You didn't put vehicles in there either. Like figures with
sets,
vehicles.
That's some of the sets. Yeah, but when you think about it in a 10-year, when it's really like 11 years, but because you include the one and the one we're in, but that's a lot. That's a lot. If you're a completionist, you've got over 500 of these, and they are bigger than the 3 3/4 inch scale.
Gives me anxiety just thinking about it. That's why I want to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Again.
I mean, how many do you have? 130?
I have a lot of the sets too.
150?
So I'd probably say I'm pushing 200.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially
you're not even halfway
with the
there.
Panels, with the panels that I have, and
yeah, you're not even halfway there.
I'm not even halfway there, and that again upsets me, and or makes me feel like I don't know. I feel for Shabby. This is all we should have brought Shabby in on this because I wonder how he feels. I know he's in the chat, but I wonder how he feels as a. I would say, like he's definitely more complete than I am, at least in the black and red boxes, and I don't know how panely he is. I think he. Yeah, what do you say? Yep. She forces doing other math.
Yeah, I mean that's
pretty
significant.
Oh, I understand that math.
Yeah.
$20 a pop, and now they're 25 and 30. Okay, so that's good info. What else?
Well, that's all the stats that I have. I know at one point, maybe a year ago, maybe a little more, but we talked about our favorite Black Series figures that had come out so far, and both on our list was the General Grievous.
Yeah,
that was one that was in both of our, I think, top 5. I think we did a top 5, each of us. Rex is a classic for me, not just because he's one of my favorite characters, but partially because he's one of my favorite characters. But
his signed Django is pretty high up there.
That's a pretty sweet one. There was one other one that you said that was.
I like General Kenobi.
Oh, the Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
General Kenobi. That's a good one too. The rosy cheeked version or the.
I don't know. I'd have to pull it out. It's over there somewhere. I'd have to look. I don't know if he's got rosy cheeks or not.
Yeah,
might be worth grabbing. We have a lull.
Maybe. Anyway, I've always liked the Black Series, and I've tried to get into them a couple of different times, but 520.
You've gotten into them and then passed them along.
I have.
And then gotten into them and then passed them along, and then taken them out of the box and passed them along. I mean, you're kind of a.
I've been seesaw. What do they call that? Yeah. Jack and Jill saw.
Right.
Teeter tottering, but yeah, I've always liked them. I just finally just came to the decision that it wasn't what I was going to collect, but I do like them.
Well, thank God.
Why?
At that that math, you're up to about 10 grand. Yeah. I guess it's 10 years, 10 grand. Black Series. And that's at retail.
Oh yeah, that's retail, baby.
Oh. Shabby likes Jaina Solo, which is a Legends character.
Jaina, yeah.
I have that character too. That's interesting. And they throw a few out there that are kind of randos, right? Oh, we also like Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker.
That
was a good one.
Award ceremony edition.
Yeah. Gary says, don't forget the selfie series.
Oh,
yeah. There's a whole bunch more potentially.
Oh yeah, we get the Moors in there.
Those are exclusives though.
Yeah, I mean, more troopers.
More troopers. Yes, not mortar. More troopers. Yes. So let's talk the future here. Okay, let's talk the future of Black Series. Do you see it continuing as it has? Do you see it dwindling?
Why would they dwindle? With those, I got to be honest, you kind of changed my mind with those stats. Why would they stop? What's the point?
Well, maybe the counter to that is it's peaked in interest.
They still haven't filled in all the blanks.
I know
even some of the big blanks they haven't filled in. So I don't see them. Look, even if they, I'm looking at the poster behind you. If they just went after the vintage line, like
the 96,
tried to copy the vintage line, they're way out there. They don't have 2/3 of them yet. I'm just looking. I mean, come on. We got all kinds of great figures that they could put into there that would be nostalgic to the collectors that are buying them, like me and Shabby and all the rest. I mean, for God's sakes, you got the Cloud Car pilot. Where's he? All of that. That's all the stuff that
would be a cool Black Series.
It would be an amazing Black Series. I don't know if they get it. I just went on to Hasbro Pulse today and saw that we had Boba Fett in disguise, which is hilarious to me because he's just gray and is holding some sort of axe. and I guess that's Boba Fett's disguise. He looks like Boba Fett in all other ways.
Oh yeah.
So it's like they're definitely using the Boba Fett mold, and I don't want to go that track. I think we're gonna have a different conversation about that later. But I'm just saying, like, it feels like they're not targeting, like they don't have any rhyme or reason. I'd love to talk to, if we could get the Hasbro, the guy that the Black Series guy, and just be like, what the frick is your
what's the end game?
What is your just timeline here? What are you doing?
Well, it's probably not too different than the vintage collection guy.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
there's no rhyme or reason.
They'll put out one of the original figures, and but then they'll fill in a bunch with other side characters and stuff like that. And they'll just keep dropping one of the original 96 every, 2-3 times a year, so that they can drag it out, so they can keep vintage collector on the
that's got to be
collection collectors on the hook.
It's got to be a stat though. Like the stat is like, okay, we only drop out of 50 a year.
5 of them
are going to be of the 96
our legacy figures.
Our legacy, and 17 of them are going to be Boba Fett.
Yeah. Hey, Cads is here.
What's up, Cadsies?
So anyway, I have nothing to base this on other than anecdotal data. I think we're going to see Black Series kind of tail off.
Why? Because you want it to?
No, not because I want it to. Again, I have no issue with the Black Series. I think they're a great size. I think they're highly articulate and detailed. They look great. I just don't see. I know more people that are getting out of it than are getting into it.
Well, the deal is there's no kids buying these.
No.
Kids are not running to the store to buy their next action figure that is a Black Series figure. As a matter of fact, they can't run to the store because they're in the frickin' store.
Also, and this ties in with the topic later, 6-inch doesn't work for Haslab projects.
Rancor.
It hasn't yet.
Yeah.
Okay. And weirdly, the Katana came with a 6-inch yak face.
No, it didn't. It's right there.
That's 6-inch.
No, it's not.
That's Black Series size.
No, it's not. Great.
Are you sure?
What is wrong with you?
Oh, no. 000. Yeah.
No, it's 3¾
Take it back. Rewind that.
Edit.
I don't see it working in any future 6-inch scale in any future Haslabs. The only thing that Black Series does awesome are helmets. They do the buckets very well. So for that, maybe that's enough to keep. Maybe they're carrying it.
I'm just going to reiterate. I don't see why they should stop if the demographic that is basically our age, right? Mid 40s to mid 50s to freaking mid 60s, doesn't matter. You might dip down into the late 30s. You're not going to get to the mid 30s. Those are going to be prequel guys, but maybe they're buying this stuff. I don't know, but there's not a lot of prequel action in Black Series. There's enough, but not a lot. I just don't know if they need to stop. Look, guys are coming into retirement. They're paying their houses off. Okay, getting divorces, third divorces, whatever.
Hey,
all right. No, that wasn't a step.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Shit.
Just all the stuff.
Sad song.
It doesn't matter. They're coming into their 401ks, we'll say, and it's just gonna be like, you know what? It's time. I'm gonna buy my childhood back. You just don't know, and so I'm just saying there's no reason for them to get rid of Black Series if they continue to come up with new content. Now, good segue. You already brought it up.
The helmets?
No.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Main topic. Do you want to go to helmets next? No, main topic is being Black Series is not done well with Haslab.
No.
Which we're going to
they're 0 for 1.
0 for 2.
The lightsabers, Black Series?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 0 for.
They're 0 for.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But see, here's. Yeah. All right. Let me back up.
I know, but you didn't answer the question.
What?
Like, I mean, you didn't come back. Like, why should they go? Why should it go away? Why? Should vintage collection go away? Should the helmets go away? I just don't see it. It's a line. I think it's a fine line. There's nothing wrong with it. I think the sabers are. I mean, the sabers are.
They're cool.
They do what they do with those. What are they? They're probably bringing out 3 or 4 sabers a year. No big deal. Maybe less, to be honest with you. They're bringing out 5-ish helmets a year, 5 or less.
Yeah.
We'll say perfect. Thank you. I think that tempo is great. I don't know about 50 random one, exclusive here and
so you're answering the question for me then.
Yeah.
I don't think they can keep up with that pace that they have, like the 50 a year kind of idea, even with the exclusives and this and that aren't going to hit every shelf, but in every store. But I think if they went to like 20 figures a year. And here's the thing though. Star Wars is coming out with so much new content. They have no end of potential figures to put out. Like they're behind. They have just a handful of Endor figures. There's 2 Book of Boba Fett figures. There's, like even if they just went new and didn't go back to legacy or prequel figures, in sequel stuff, they're not going to go sequel stuff. But
which again, I don't know why, but I'm just saying, like, I just think I'd love to talk to the guy or the gal that runs this. I don't get it because I feel like they should be more forward thinking with some of these characters on the new stuff. How are they not promoting the new stuff? Look, I was pumped about Endor.
Yeah.
You could have got me with some Endor figures,
like a whole Endor wave.
Got me just 6. Give me 6, and then I'm like, I can't pass it up, and boom, I'm buying them all. Yeah. Because they're in the likeness. I got Mon Mothma. I've got Cassian. Yeah. I've got all the other great.
Luthen.
Oh, what was the guy? Yes, Luthen, the guy who's Smeagol. I want him in the white jumpsuit. I mean, you got me.
Yeah.
In that moment, but now you lost me.
It's going to be 6 months to a year after the show is out.
I just don't get it.
Yeah,
I just don't get it because that I think the showrunners would be like, here's our characters, here's our mock-ups, here's our actors. Go. NDA, don't talk about it. Yeah, there's no big surprises here. We're telling a story. We're not introducing Grogu, but anyway.
So another thing here too, Shabby's mentioned it, JD's, and a lot of people have mentioned it over the last couple of years, but the prices for Black Series has gone up in a way that Vintage Collection hasn't.
I just think they're dumb. They don't get it. They just don't get the market.
Okay. We could spend a lot more time talking about this, but we need to move on. What's a Black Series figure that you would like to see in 2023? I know they just had their announcement. They got their pipeline stuff.
I think I just laid them out.
Andor
Give
figures?
me some Andor shit.
Okay.
It's just enough.
Okay.
Guys, come on. If they put out one more Boba frickin' Fett, I just don't know what they're doing there. If they put out another Grogu, if they put out a very Grogu Braveheart edition, I just don't want it. He's got the handprint on his face. No. Grogu Wilson. I mean, it's just or another Mandalorian Tuesday. We have so many Mandalorian variations of armor, and that even comes from Hot Toys. I mean, it's just enough. The uncreative bastards.
You've gotten them all.
The uncreative. Shut up. They're everywhere. There's Mandos everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, sweet baby Rays. Okay. Well, I won't ask the chat that right now.
Did they? Hold on.
What?
G-Force says, oh no, not that. No. Brett on Fett says they put out like 9 Endor figures, didn't they? Did they? Because maybe that's because, to be honest, I'm way behind on the panel. So maybe I'm bitching about something that's already happened.
Well, just give me 1 sec. I can look up action figure 411.
That's fine because I kind of died. Yeah, exactly, Matt. If I say it, I'm ordering it, and I don't want to say it anymore. Quiet. All right. So anyway, and maybe I'm behind. If they put out Endor figures, then that's just me being off the radar intentionally for my own sanity and wallet. Are we gonna do? Should I make typing music? And he's typing. Searching the internet, finding stuff. Nothing? Yeah, you're too slow. Okay, so G-Force is agreeing. So let's just move on. We'll agree with the chat. The chat's always right. That's our motto. Until they're wrong, and then we'll shame them when we're not live.
Yeah, okay. We'll leave it to them. Then they probably know anyway. Okay.
10 so far, says Bread on Fat.
Speaking of Haslabs,
I apologize, a guy that does Black Series terribly. You nailed that one, and you could have had me, but your advertising sucked. It never hit me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
The Haslab project, the G.I. Joe Skystriker just arrived on porches this last week.
Yep.
And it's awesome. I haven't collected G.I. Joe actively since about 1988.
Yeah.
You know, I did get a few of the first 6-inch figures, and then I promptly got rid of them because that was right when I decided I wasn't going to collect 6-inch figures. So they're awesome, though. I really love the G.I. Joe classified stuff, but I haven't been an active Joe collector in quite a while, since I was a kid. I have vintage G.I. Joes. You know, those that watch know I have mine and my brother's stuff. I have an original Skystriker. I have not been tempted to get any of the new figures, the reaction figures, or none of that G.I. Joe. I love G.I. Joe, but
you said no Joe. Is what
no
you said.
Joe.
Yeah, okay.
Knowing is half the battle.
Right. No, right. No hyphen ing is half.
No,
there it is.
N-O. And when I saw this, I immediately backed it. I just like that. Yeah, it was an easy decision. $230 for a Skystriker with, at that time, 2 figures plus a bunch of decal personal. You know, you can customize and personalize with a lot. There's so many decals that you can put on this thing.
Right, you can even Cobra it out if you want.
You can even Cobra it out if you want to, which I think was a great sneaky move on their part, because there's only Cobra collectors out there that they'll only get the bad guy stuff. Well, now that loops them in too. Great move.
Genius.
Great move.
Smart guy at Hasbro. He's down in the basement.
Good Hasbro.
He's got
guy.
a stapler. They're still paying him. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this then as the tiers started unlocking, better and better and better.
So they did do the tier unlocks and shit.
Oh yeah.
Which kind of was the demise of the Rancor.
100%.
Yeah.
What you ended up getting is 7 carded figures with the Skystriker, a posable stand, a gas tank and missile
tank. Holy shit!
The refilling gas station. Trailer. I know. This is all the stuff up. Million missiles, and they all have like flames that you can attach to them, so it looks like they're being fired,
especially on the gas tank. Oh,
and then the original style packaging looks fantastic. And then they even got these 2 tubs that were holding things that when you flip them upside down and put them together, that makes an elevated runway. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Even the packaging has a practical use, which is just really well done. And for $230, you're getting way more. It feels like you're getting way more than $230 worth of value out of it.
Sure.
Which, the Razor Crest, what was that? 300?
Something like that.
350?
Yeah.
300, 350. That felt like you got $350 worth of value out of it. That was a good one. That's good.
Yeah. And that was,
you got figures
400,
5. That was
$499 or 400.
It was $499.
You sure?
Yeah. And that's massive. And you got 1 figure with it. Okay. There were some tier unlocks, but the tier unlocks were like a full color book, and
they were figuring it out.
It was the first one.
First Haslab.
Yeah. And it's a great one too, but this is the best one so far. And Star Wars can take note. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to get a cool vehicle with 7 carded figures and a lot of decals, you can go Empire or Rebel or Mandalorian decals, or if you could kind of customize it a little bit, like That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
So let's ask that question. Let's ask the question that we posed on our thumbnail, and that is Haslab doing better with the other brands than they're doing with Star Wars? Yeah, it was $4.99. So I'm on Haslab's page now.
Yeah.
So the question would be, there is, for Marvel, Transformers, G.I. Joe,
Ghostbusters,
and Ghostbusters, they're 100%. They've all funded.
There's a couple things that haven't. That was like the Teenage Mutant Ninja
I'm sorry,
Turtle.
hold on. The only one that hasn't funded for Marvel was some Marvel Legends Engine of Vengeance. That I don't understand what that is, and I understand why it wouldn't fund. But no, there's no. I've got all the projects here. The rest have funded. There's no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There is a Hero Quest, Heroescape project that didn't fund. But other than that, it's only Star Wars with Rancor and the lightsaber, the Riva lightsaber.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, it's Star Wars down 2, Marvel down 1, Transformers and G.I. Joe 100%. But we're talking about 10 projects here or so. So, yeah. I think we were being a little aggressive with that title. I actually wanted to ask a question because I think it is important. Does it take the weight of Marvel, G.I. Joe, Ghostbusters to actually even pull down Star Wars?
Well, the difference is here, and Shabby brings up the point. Hasbro owns the G.I. Joe license. They don't own the Star Wars license. They have to pay for that.
So that's the price difference.
That's probably where you're getting.
Now, I will say this, and we're going to get to it, but randomly today, I picked up that Razor Crest. It's heavy. I mean, there is a lot of weight and stuff to it.
Oh, yeah. It's way bigger than the Skystriker.
And if you take the Skystriker, it's made like it was made. It's light.
Yeah.
It's flimsy plastic. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But the differences between the details are vast.
Yeah, it's way bigger.
Yeah.
It is way bigger.
So but I like what Shabby's saying, because that is just a general profit stream, right? Because some of them even said we're waiting for licensing to say we can go with this. That was on the Rancor, right? So they're going to pay Lucas, arts or whatever they pay. So anyway, but hold on, you're talking about the level of detail with the Skystriker. I watched a box opening for the G.I. Joe, the plasma blaster, the proton pack.
The proton pack, yeah.
Oh my god, that thing!
It's awesome.
Is beyond awesome. Like, the thought that went into that, I think. So this could be a hopeful thing. So now we might say, is the other brands greater than Star Wars? Well, the answer, if it's yes, is good news, because I think they're learning what it takes to really engage the fans, and engage the fans of the product. The Katana was great when we got it. Presentation wise, not a ton going on. You open the box, you pull the toy out. Same with the Razor Crest. Not a ton going. Like, it was kind of like, here's your toy. Now, I know they're trying to do it in the vein of a classic toy where it was just, it's packed, you pull it out, you're done. The proton pack, just like you were talking about with the Skystriker, was an experience. When you open the box, you called me on FaceTime.
It's tremendously
and
interactive.
Opened the box with me and was like, dude, look at this. You're like, I can't find the wings. Where are the wings? You couldn't find the wings.
I couldn't.
There were no wings for a long time, for actually much longer than should have. Like,
good 4 minutes.
Good 4 minutes of like, there's no wings.
And kind of panicking.
Yeah, you were panicking. Like, I can't find the wings. And then
how can it fly with no wings?
They were tucked into part of the experience, right? You had to open something else up to get to them, whatever. So I think that if Haslab wants to learn anything from what they're successful with, which I think they're doing a tremendous job with the other brands, a tremendous job. I think that, if they have more rights, which gives them more leeway, awesome. Learn. And maybe when they're trying to do cool shit with Star Wars is, or Disney's nixing it. Who knows? In the vein of, like, we have to keep it pure, which, again, it's the same idiot over there. Like, now, I don't know who that guy is. He's probably 20, which sucks. So anyway,
analytics guy.
Yeah. I didn't go to college to tell you to put something cool in there. Anyway. So I think that the best part from this might be that Haslab is learning, like, you can't throw out this Rancor and then give us bones and a backdrop
for $300.
Tier 1.
Yeah.
And then give us, a picture of the actual character, actor, and not give us a rendition even of the figure for the the
Rancor
keeper. You have to put on a show for us nerds to unlock our wallets. You want to unlock tiers? You got to unlock our wallets first and show us something cool.
It's got to stand alone a little bit better.
So I think that's a hopeful sign for, they're going to go back every time they have a success. Like Skystriker killed it, the Transformer, all the different iterations killed it.
Well, do you think it's weird though too, like to get it back, the Skystriker only needed like 10,000 backers, but what did the
Rancor is 9?
Yeah, but what was the Razor Crest?
Razor Crest wasn't that many. Hold on. Razor Crest was, I'll tell you, 6,000. They got 28,000.
Yeah.
I mean, which they should have. That was a timely, finally they did it right. And they did it perfect because it was right before it got blown up in real life. Real life. I don't know what that means.
On screen is what you mean.
Now get this. It was 10,000 for the Skystriker. They only had 15. So they're not even they should now know okay, we did a way cooler a way cooler product for the price for 16,000 people, and we got 28,000. We'll buy anything we throw at them except a Rancor. But I don't know.
Yeah. It's just I'm coming away with this is the only modern G.I. Joe thing I have, and I couldn't be happier about it. I was teetering with just not even opening it and selling it because I kind of caught up in the moment when I got it. And then I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm opening it, and I'm so glad I did. I got everything out. The parts, played with it a little bit, with all the parts moving around, and there's just so much that you can do with it. It's just super well done. I couldn't be happier. I know other G.I. Joe folks that have gotten this that are just over the moon about it. There's some packaging things with the cards. Some of them got dinged up, and but that's not about the project. That's in the execution of mailing it out. Whatever. The whole project itself is really well done. I hope Star Wars takes notes and learns what worked for them.
I think.
I mean, there's money to be made. And if they do it, just tweak a couple little things, I think everybody, consumer and business will be,
I think,
satisfied.
All of us here as Star Wars collectors can confidently and with pride say that our backing of originally the Katana and then even the Razor Crest and some Transformer guys in there too was really what kept Haslab alive, and we're okay. Now that allowed them to put something out cool like the Proton Pack and the Skystriker. So I think that we can confidently, we've got patches over there that say I back the Barge and I back the Crest.
The Crest, yeah.
Cool. That also means I backed Haslab. So I think we're okay. And I think that while we may get jealous when we see something that maybe I don't collect that comes out and it's super, super cool, I'm like, darn it, man, why can't they do this with Star Wars? It's because the foundation was laid by us and they were able to build upon it. So I'm a big fan of Haslab. I have no problem supporting Haslab when it comes out. I didn't back that Rancor. I just didn't because it didn't get me.
Yeah.
But I think I have hope, and that's what Star Wars is all about.
Good segue, Josh. Hey, so our Red 5 design toy feature today.
That's going to be fun. You want to do it right now?
Let's do it right now.
Segue?
That's the segue. Let's do it right now.
Segue? Oh my God. All right, let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Now you're just getting a taste of what was in that Haslab.
Yeah, just a taste, baby.
Just the taste. Just the tip. Just the taste of this Haslab project by Hasbro, the Skystriker, G.I. Joe Skystriker. Pew, pew. In the 3 3/4 inch scale, with this is really cool stand that it comes on with like a gimbal action that you can tilt, you can move forward, backwards.
It goes anywhere you want.
Oh yeah. but it's the same size as the original one, but it's newer. It's a little bit less shaky when you move parts.
And let me tell you, those wings extend.
And the landing gear comes down by a different mechanism this time. So we ain't landing anytime soon. You want to talk about high? Let's talk about mile high. Anyway, there's no figures.
Foxfire 1,
Yeah.
Foxfire 2.
Voodoo 1 inbound. The Skystriker originally was going to come with a pilot and a co-pilot. We got 5 more figures to go along with it, none of which are shown right now. But this is just Skystriker. Yeah, you and me and the Skystriker.
We don't need a party of 5.
Now, those bombs and missiles that are on the base of the stand, they can be attached underneath. There are more missile options than what you can see there.
My God, are you looking at it? Hold on, I got the next one.
Oh my goodness. I love our chat.
Yeah, she's a beaut. She's a beaut. She's a sexy beast. Yep, it's good. Dude, we completed the song.
Yeah, and we talked.
Amazing. All right, so yeah, so here's the deal. When I was a young boy, the F-14 was everything in my life.
Oh yeah,
circa Top Gun. I mean, it was there was F-14 posters. There was F-14. You know how you use your hand. Like I was like to fly with the wings out. I was an F-14 in body and in spirit. So but guess what? I never, ever, ever owned this. This was out of reach. I owned G.I. Joes, but they weren't my passion. Parents knew it. I think they're like, yeah, we can get away with just buying this kid some figures. They never got me the Skystriker. What
about the Rattler?
I have nothing.
It
was just figures.
No
Figures. We go to Rayleigh's in California, and I'd buy a figure, once a month, we'll say. But this was out of reach, and so I used to dream about that. And so seeing it in person,
I can dream about you if I can't hold you tonight. Whoa, it's a good song.
Anyway, seeing this in person,
carry on. Is awesome.
Is awesome. Yeah, that's all.
Okay,
that's all.
All right.
So I see you went with just like your decal is.
No, those are actually not decals.
So you haven't decaled at all.
I haven't put any decals on the craft yet.
Look at the G.I. Joe on the side. I mean, how can you even?
I know.
So would you have to overlay the G.I. Joe with Cobra if you were to go Cobra with the decals?
I think so. Yeah, because that's not those aren't decals.
They just
those
give you
are
an X.
Those are painted on
there. An X over the G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Sharpie.
Rattle canned it.
Man,
good stuff. Ooh.
Anyway,
I like this idea.
All right, here
makes
we go.
sense. The Rattler next year. I mean, come on.
What can we do?
I'll talk to my people in Hasbro.
I'll take a Transformer Starscream.
Oh, Starscream?
Yeah.
That little bitch.
Let's go. Megatron. I love Starscream.
I know. I kind of low-key like him too.
He was. He's your little bitch counselor.
Mm-hmm.
You're second.
But he's kind of like an F-14,
That's the deal. He's in transformed form, bitch.
Or F-16.
When he
14.
It was ish. It was in some. It was an iteration of both. F-15 probably. But anyway, but when he turned into a plane, Scream kicked ass. He would get shot down, but he beat some ass before he got shot down. So it's not like you're just gonna go slap him. He wasn't a puss.
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. Okay,
F-15. JD's right. Boom.
Josh, since we're talking about some things that I got here, or this Haslab that I got, I want to put up a couple more things that I've gotten recently.
I just want to look at it just for one more second.
Okay,
he's pretty. Okay, next.
Okay. Let's pull the.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go through some slides. We put some slides together. Some of the new releases, along with some things that I've gotten. So these are some Funko Pops that are coming out from this last week's 2023 kind of. Here's what you can expect.
Okay, we talked about Black Series going away.
Funko's not going away.
Yeah,
they're not going away.
How?
Funko's going strong, man.
Yeah, is that because it continues to grab the kid base?
Maybe
to scoop them in.
Maybe.
I just don't get it.
Yeah,
like I'm over Funko.
I know you are.
Are you?
Yeah, I haven't gotten any in a long time.
Like I'm way over Funko.
But like Gary, he keeps piling them up.
I mean, I get it.
But look though, that Anakin one, that's so cool.
That's the deal. They're so collectible.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, they're so collectible. You can't, like, I love them every time I look at them. Is that you? You trying to hit any buttons?
I just did it.
What the hell are you doing?
I said arrow and I hit it.
Okay, you did. You're like clicky.
Hey.
hey. Hands off.
Sorry. But yeah, there's the Anakin, I think, is really cool. They've got a new version. Well, this is kind of a smaller Jabba thing. Maybe it's not smaller, but it's just
that
the picture.
Cool. God dang it.
I know. There's just
that's the deal. It's
cool.
like I want them, and then I get them, and I'm like, why did I get it? Because they're cute. It's like buying a puppy.
Yeah.
They just grow up to be dusty toys.
Yeah.
Or boxed up toys. All right. Next. I like Funkos. No offense to Funko collectors. I have a shitload still, so you're fine. Yeah, thank you, Gary. Gary buys them, so I don't have to. Perfect. I'm putting it up there. Oh, Funko. I took that down. Sorry. All right, next. What do we think about these?
I've gotten every single one that's come out.
Okay.
So
So you like collecting them?
At least one of each. I find them. I don't know what I like about them. I just kind of like them. I just like them. I just have them, and I'll get that one too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want to see is if they actually mock these things up like that. Still, show me, prove it, and I'll buy more. Or are you just tricking me?
They're tricking you.
They're just sending
They're playing on your emotions.
They are.
They're playing on yours. They're playing on my emotions, and it's working.
Here's this. Well, this is a whole different conversation, but we want to talk about this.
Yeah. So this is Endor Rebel Trooper. It's
can't even give him a name right now.
They've got removable faces. They come with 2 face options. Yeah, believe it.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Black Series. See, Black Series going strong. Now they're doing face options.
But this is an army builder figure.
Okay.
So if you're an army builder, you have choices, at least 2 choices. And so, and that's good for like customization and all that, whatever. A lot of, a lot of people that I know, like the Venn diagram of Black Series collectors and people that customize their figures. It's actually, there's a big overlap, I think, with Black Series and customizers.
It's like a heart
because they're a bigger scale. They're easier to customize and paint on, and I found that to be true. I customized a figure before, and I think Shabby has it. But yeah, they're a good size that you can mess around with.
Shabby wants to know why they didn't paint the knees.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, they look like knee pads when they didn't.
Well, no, I think they didn't paint the joint.
No, I know, and that makes them kind of look like they're knee pads, but they're not. It's weird. I agree with that. It's
as soon as you bend your knee, you go uncamouflaged.
Yeah, there he is.
Exposed. Stand straight.
Yeah, when you're running,
you have to run straight-legged, just bing, 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 bing.
Like
Gumby,
like you're trying not to poop.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we are. No, we'll talk about it right now.
Ha! Segue.
The old Nick Sant versus is that Captain Rex debate. Let's go back to 2017, Josh. Orlando, Florida, Star Wars Celebration. Dave Filoni's on a panel. He gets asked about some character origins. Rex comes up. Whatever happened to Rex? Because I think this was just before he brought him back in the Rebels series. He says, I'd like to think that that guy is Rex, and he's on Endor. He's still palling around because I think at that point,
he says, like, why else is there a bearded old guy on Endor?
Yeah, and so he's like, I'd like to think that Rex is still alive. He's still part of the,
which is a little ageist. I gotta be honest.
well,
all right.
Just
I'm
wait.
I'm a white bearded old guy. I'll still pick up a gun and shoot some freaking troops.
Okay, so that was Filoni kind of in a perfect world. Yeah, I think he goes and he kind of like this is spoilery, and I'm paraphrasing like crazy, but he's like, yeah, I think of that as Rex. Now that's all he said. He ends up bringing Rex back in Rebels, and there's even a mock-up of him looking in a Rebel Endor outfit and helmet, just to kind of tie it all in. And then one of the Galaxy of Heroes about Leia on Endor, there's a white bearded trooper that's shooting, and it's Captain Rex because you can see the armor underneath his sleeve, and he's got it there. So it's like they're playing on it. Now Star Wars official canon hasn't come out and said that it's definitely this or it's definitely that. And then there are those like, it can't be Rex because it's a white dude, and Rex isn't a white guy, and quit whitewashing characters. It's like, well, it's not. It's an old thing that.
Do you know that we are also implanting new canon into old canon where an extra was put in? I mean, for God's sake.
So guys. It flows, right? It's
Lucas knew nothing about Rex when this movie was made.
No,
so I mean, come on, guys, calm down, be real.
And it's just passing. The camera is passing on.
It's just an extra,
just quick. And so now here's the story with the actual character on Endor in the movie, and also behind the scenes that not everybody may know. So this Nick Sant, who is being recanonized by some as Captain Rex, he's the one that so when Han taps the shoulder and runs away of the scout trooper, and then okay, well, that's where we get the rebel trooper in the scout armor, and it's him. It's a white bearded guy. It's that guy,
right?
And so they just made a vintage collection character. We talked about this last week of that guy in the scout.
Yep.
Right, white beard guy. That's this guy. Also, in the Battle of Endor, he dies. So if that's Rex, if you think that's Rex,
he's dead.
He's dead. He died on Endor. All right, unless they again re-edit the canon, which is fine because we don't know anything about Rex past Endor anyway. So that could be his final resting place, and it doesn't mess with the Rex that we know or that we've gotten so far.
Right, and with the right music, it could be poetic.
It could be poetic.
Slow. It's always incredible.
So
I have to put that in here.
Yeah, I'm not here to tell you that it is Rex or that it isn't. I think you get to decide for yourself who it is, because it's not 100% certain. Just that if it is Rex to you, then Rex died.
I just want to make sure that we're pointing out reality, like in our world, real world, like where we live on Earth,
doing a podcast
in a galaxy
about Star Wars
at this time, a long, long time ahead. Okay, that was an extra. There were no designs on even the prequels at that moment. There was nothing. That bearded man was a fine gentleman from Northern California,
perhaps.
Northern California. Okay, out there's some lumberjacks, and he had a beard, and that's it. And he was able to put on Rebel. The costume they built for him, it fit, and they put him in the movie. That's it. So let's just make sure we understand that. And now, then you can make a baseline. So I'm okay if Filoni wants to say he's Rex, but let's not argue that there was any designs at that moment. For God's sakes.
So
at that point, we should be like, okay, you tell us what you want to do, and then we accept it. Shut up, otherwise. All right, sorry.
So I made a post.
He's a lumberjack and Rex, okay. Work. I sleep all night and I work all day. That's sorry, Scuba Pete gave it to me.
Okay. So I made a post about this last week, and there was one gentleman that got really, his feathers were ruffled.
Oh, let's hear it.
And said,
we don't want to shame him. We won't say his name.
No, he says, I'm
but
so bleeping tired of
Bleeping?
people. No, he didn't.
Whoa.
He said the queen mother of all bad words.
Really?
He said, I'm so bleeping tired of people calling that old white dude Rex.
Oh, snap.
And you know, again, I'm paraphrasing this dude, but this is what he said. And then so my response was, you'll have to take it up with my friend Dave Filoni.
Oh no. Oh, you unleashed.
And he responded, he's not your friend. Then I responded,
oh man,
I know.
This is not going to go well for you, sir.
The gloves are coming off. And I said, well, what's the quote? Like, I know Dave Filoni. We've been friends for a long time. You, sir, are no Dave Filoni. No, it's not that one. My response to him was, this last May, I went to Disneyland with him, Sam Witwer, and my friend Matt Wood. You know what his response was?
Bullshit.
Utter shame. Tail between the legs. He did not respond. Oh, winner.
Got him.
Andy.
You ever stood in front of you ever stood in front of the what is it? The bronze version of Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse with Dave Filoni? Well, I have.
Did you ever get escorted by Disney people to a ride with Dave Filoni before? Screw you, guy. Anyway.
Well, anyway, I just want us all to recall.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all made up. But cool. I like it. I like wherever they take it. And as a matter of fact, look, I got to be honest. We don't know he's white. How? This is judgy. He's got a helmet. We can see literally 1/3 of his face.
Yeah. And no arm.
We don't know what the lighting was like there.
And no arm skin. You know, we can't tell. Let's figure this out.
He looks tan. Yeah, he's good.
Anyway.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah. You know, if they wanted,
you know what? We'll ask tomorrow. If he agrees, we're good.
Yeah. Let's freaking ask him.
Let's ask him. Is that Rex? If he says, I'm okay with that.
Then
we're fine.
By the way, the guy that voices Rex, white guy.
Well, yeah, but you know.
I mean, not
also Tamura approved, but yeah.
Yes. I mean, like, yeah.
I always Tamura.
So
I always say it wrong.
So
Tamura.
Next version of the super special editions is going to have Rex's face on that guy.
I think they should.
In a white beard.
We need to take more royalties from Lucas's wife.
Just take them away. That's another topic for another time.
That was a fun story. All right, go on. Why? Yeah, go on. What's next?
Do you ever feel left out that you aren't friends with Dave Filoni and I am?
Yes. Yes, I do. Good God.
Jealousy is a smelly cologne. Okay. All right. Hit the next slide. I don't even know what's next. And we're off the rails at this point.
We're way off.
Okay. I thought this was a cool vintage collection figure. It's another Vader. Yeah, you're right. It's another Vader. You think there's a lot of Fets? There's more Vaders.
Probably. But Vader's timeless. I'll take them all.
Okay.
I mean, Fet's timeless too. What am I talking about? I'm just
What are you
It just
talking
feels
about?
like Fet's just fetting out.
Yeah. More on that later. Another time. Next. Okay.
Now on the left, we have an image from the movie, or from what?
This was from the Hasbro stream.
The Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And then from the right, we have your.
Gifted by you.
Right, but it's your.
Yeah. Black Series is getting two helmets this year.
Golly, that's a cool helmet.
The Biker Scout helmet and the Ahsoka Loyalist
We're going to
helmet.
breeze over this because we're going to do another one, but we just want to point this out.
It's awesome. I'm excited for helmet people.
Helmet people. Next.
Okay. This was a recent get of mine posted on Twitter. That's why you should follow us on Twitter if you don't. It's a Clone Wars Season 7 poster, advertisement poster. # Clone Wars saved. And it's just got an Ahsoka helmet on it.
I really like that one.
Yeah. And it's not a big poster either. It's about
How many meters is that? We have some Brits on here.
less than 1 by less
Some
than 1.
Europeans. I don't know what they do. Do the Brits use meters?
Yeah, they do.
They give us a other system, and then they went away from it. All right. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Paul.
Next.
Spanish,
Wait,
two-sided.
rat straw? What the hell is rat straw?
Rat straw. It's a Spanish two-sided Rise of Skywalker poster, and this is the mirror side. This is the back side. The reason why, do you know why movie posters, official movie posters, are two-sided now?
So they can go in lighted boxes.
There you go. So you can backlight them and they look really cool. But yeah, it's Spanish, and you can't tell really by that. But if you look at the bottom, that it is, there's a lot of Espanol at the bottom.
Very cool.
Okay.
Next.
Speaking of,
and you have acquired all of these, correct?
Yes, these are all in my current possession. This is a Belgian Return of the Jedi poster. Why Belgian, you ask?
Because why not?
That's
they have waffles.
That's and chocolates. Because the Lemire's, my people, were Belgians, so I thought it'd be cool to have a Belgian Return of the Jedi poster.
You know, I've never tried to connect my family to Star Wars, and I appreciate that.
Well, where are your people's from?
No idea. Mostly England.
I thought you did.
Mostly England.
You get a Brit quad poster. Those are cool.
Yeah, or just anything from Star Wars because it was filmed mostly in England.
Fair bit.
Yeah.
So the Belgian. See, a lot of people think Lemire is French. It's close. It's right on the border, but it's actually
if
Belgian.
you say it in what Belgian accent would you say use to say Lemire?
Very similar to a French one.
Let me hear it.
Lemire.
That sounds French.
Andrew Lemire.
Too French.
Too French?
You're French.
So it's somewhere in between French and German. It's like literally in between French and German. C'est la mia?
C'est la mia? No, no, you're French.
Okay,
yeah, that's enough.
It's more French than it is German. We'll say that. It's Flemish.
Yeah, see, I was gonna do what Paul. La mia. You like have to bounce the. You have to bounce the word out of your mouth.
That's if he's Swedish.
Swedish. What's the difference?
True. There's no difference. Swedish, Scottish, German.
La mia.
Moroccan, whatever.
When you say, look, I even bounce in the chair. You have to like, that's a Swedish chef.
More. Holy cow.
Oh,
okay.
Man. Next is whatever the hell this is. What is this?
Okay. So this is my opinion. It's the coolest one of the bunch that I got.
See him. I should have zoomed in.
You can't?
No.
Okay. Well, this is a proof sheet. First of all, it's a proof sheet. It's not an actual poster. It's a proof sheet for Attack of the Clones IMAX advertisements. And if you look closely, you can see the color, or you can see the color spectrum on the left-hand side of the poster.
Okay.
And there's also cut marks across the margins where you would cut those into individuals. And so being that it's a proof sheet, it's pretty rare that proof sheets just don't exist in large numbers. And it was an excellent price. And I have this poster in the frame that Trevor made that's backlit, the IMAX Attack of the Clones poster. And it says size matters not across the top, and Yoda, and
sure.
Anyway, there's clones behind him.
And that's Yoda, right?
That is Yoda. And it's it's my favorite of the 4 that I got in the last week. So
it's beautiful. Let's go back. Is this a Belgian poster? Because Gary has a very good point. Hold on, you took it down.
Oh, I was trying to see.
So the German speaking part of Belgium,
right?
For 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez, this guy. I'm glad you made it out, Gary. The pronunciation of Lemire is quite harsh. I want to hear your German version of Lemire. I've got one. Can I do it?
Go for it.
Lemire. Go ahead.
Zimia.
Zimia. All right, that's enough.
Sorry, Germans.
Sorry, Germans. We love you,
You're
Germans.
nice people.
I guess
Most of them. So anyway, this is it's not an official poster size. It's a little bit smaller on both the length and the width. So, but it wasn't intended to be a movie poster size. So anyway,
I'm giving Matt this one. Oh, damn it.
That's Arabic.
I'll give him Matt that one. Matt gets that one. I know Paul said it was Arabic. It was too much. I get it. It all depends.
There's a lot of different ways you guys are spelling Lemire in the chat too.
It all depends.
And I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. I know my great grandparents spoke Flemish apparently, and so my grandpa did a little bit. Anyway, this is I digress.
Too much dialect.
Too much family.
You need to change your name. My last name, Most. Pronounced in most countries as Most.
4 letters.
Most if you're nasty, and then just Most.
Okay. Those are my gets.
Good gets, my man.
They're good. They're going up on the walls here soon.
Make sure to share the pics, like and subscribe.
Yeah, find them on Twitter and on Instagram and on the face of books. So we're gonna have on pretty soon Greg and Johnny from Red 5.
Yep.
We're gonna have them on pretty soon.
We're seeing more and more people talking about their deliveries coming in, which is super awesome.
Yeah, the only thing that are really kind of being held up are some of the European deliveries, because now that, well, in the time that they've started this, Great Britain has gotten out of the European Union, and there's like fees now that they have to pay to ship them that weren't there before. So I know they sold a bunch of books at Echo Base Live this weekend over in the UK, and so that was a success for them. I think they brought 50 books with them, and they sold all 50 by like 11 o'clock. And so
pack up your folding table and leave.
Yeah, and so I know they're going to use some of those funds to pay to ship out the rest of those books.
Excellent. Good for those guys.
So they're just about done, which is awesome. We're going to have them on soon. I think that's it.
We skipped some stuff because we're going to carry it over to the next show, but
yeah,
we had a good show.
So here's what I want you to do. Those that are still listening within earshot or eyesight
or
of
on
us,
the rewind.
I want you to go to YouTube and after we wrap this up, I want you to put down what your favorite Black Series character or figure, has been in the last 10 years. You know, of the 500 plus that have come out, which one is the one that you like the most, and what's the one that you want them to do next? What if you were in charge of the next Black Series figure? What would be the one that you would pick? So please put those down. This isn't a drawing. I just want to know because I'm curious. Like, I have an opinion, but Josh, your opinion is going to be different than mine, and that's okay. All right. People in the chat, your favorite plus your next one that you'd like to see done. And it could be from any Star Wars vehicle, from a figurative, could be animated, could be live action, could be movie, whatever. Just one that they haven't done yet that you would really like, that you would buy if you saw it on a hook for $19.99
or $24.99. Depends on the figure. All right, hold on. We need to address one more thing before we go. Since you mentioned drawings, remember I had to put a pin in it?
Yes.
You want to talk about that? G-Force.
I feel like I've talked a lot. Why don't you talk about it?
I'm fine. No, you continue. I'm good. G-Force says, Andy and Josh, thank you for the prize. I'm framing them and putting on each nightstand. Should we keep it a secret?
I think that's G-Force's secret to tell.
Yeah.
That's his Twitter post to share.
I guess I'll just put that up there to say, you're welcome, G-Force.
And
as
a prize winner. And Muzza, it's on the way.
It's on the way. And as a prize winner, you're welcome. We give out high quality giveaways, prizes.
Yeah,
okay,
we do.
So when we say hashtag do this and you'll win something, you're getting something
top shelf.
Top shelf.
Top shelf.
It's Top shelf.
It's
Okay.
it's
So
something, man.
G-Force, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
And obviously you're honored. So thank you.
He's not even here right now. He went to bed.
Good for him.
Uh,
But we wanted to point that out. G-Force on the rewind. You're welcome. All right. Thank you everyone for joining us in the chat. You guys are awesome. I love reading. Like the problem with Andy and I sometimes is that we'll just look down and then we lose our train of thought because now I just want to like
I want to laugh.
I want to participate with what you guys are saying because you guys are funnier than us, and it's been great. It's been great, and so we're gonna get out of here. Andy, do you have any final words?
I don't. Other than our next couple pods that we put out are going to be pretty good. So
unlike this one,
yeah,
Thank God.
way better than
Thank
this
God.
one.
All right.
So like and subscribe, and if you would please share.
And thanks. We had
a
good amount of people in here.
Good
You guys
group
are
tonight.
awesome.
And remember to leave in the comments when we're done your favorite Black Series so far and the one that you want to see next.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, go play with your toys.